because it's so sunny out here, I guess it did that. Anyway, what's good, beautiful people? How you doing? It's your boy Chef Mo, back again. So what do I say? Where do I begin? Well, called this chef life after because I guess I'm not gonna be cooking for a while. Now I'm here. Geez, I don't even know where to begin this. Where do I begin, you guys? So the last time I saw you guys, I was still working at with the beautiful people at Out of the Cold, who I miss very much. That's so much fun. I'm gonna miss that a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna try not to be a downer with this. You know, I started in January. I was working there. I actually also was starting to do work at a restaurant called Lucci back at the beginning of the year. Shout outs to Fernando and Jamie and Johnny. I miss you guys. I would happily serve with you guys anytime again. So I was working at this restaurant, and then, you know, the thing that everybody's dealing with right now hit. And so the first thing to go was Out of the Cold. We immediately quit doing Out of the Cold that weekend. We got a call that, you know, that would be our last week on the Monday right before service. So we canceled the rest of Out of the Cold for the rest of the year. That was supposed to go until the beginning of April. This is now mid-March. So I did another 5 days working at the restaurant. I was actually working from January till March 15th. I was working 7 days a week. I was putting in a whole bunch of hours, but I was really looking forward to things. I felt like things were starting to get moving again, you know? And then, you know, they weren't. So I stayed at home for 2 weeks. Also, during beginning of January time, we found out that my mom had cancer. She came down with lymphoma. You might remember her. She was in one of the episodes before, helping me make things that I then didn't turn the TV off to do. But yeah, she helped made that thing. I'll put a link to it, I don't know, somewhere. Maybe in the description, whatever. You can find it. I'm sure you guys are really smart. So I worked the next 5 days, and then on the Saturday was our last day, because we usually were closed Sunday and Monday, which was the days we did Out of the Cold. It all shut down. So I stayed at home for 2 weeks, and I've been, you know, doing the things that people have been doing for, you know, have been just starting to get into now. Things like wearing masks. I did that right from the beginning. I was like, screw this. It's the problem with these sorts of things, is that their transmission is so easy. So easy. You have no idea how many germs and bugs and crap go up your nose all the time. You can never stop it. So we closed out the restaurant. I stayed at home for 2 weeks, and after a chemo treatment, my mom went into the hospital. She wasn't doing well, so I said, forget this. I packed up as much stuff as I could carry, and I came up here to my parents' house. So I'm living now in northern Ontario, eastern, central, on the Trent River. And my parents have a great house here. It's really kind of gorgeous. I'm lucky to kind of be here as I stare out beyond the camera. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Can you see that shit? So I've been just living up here, you know what I mean? Living up here, kind of taking care of them, you know, doing dishes, a lot of dishes. But, you know, things are getting better. Everything's getting okay. Now, you know, I guess it's time to think about what to do next. So I guess this is kind of going to be like a video log of what's next. Starting from here. Because I can pretty much say, I'm going to say it right now on camera so that it gets out there. 2 years. It's going to be 2 years of this. Where people aren't going to be able to gather in more groups. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go crazy because, people just can't stay inside their house. Stay inside your house as much as possible. In chef terms, the best way I can relate it to is that the whole world right now is made of chicken. And you gotta wash it all the time and stuff like that. If you do all that, you'll be okay. Right? But you gotta keep your bubbles small. Especially when, you got people that you're living with lowered immune systems, right? So, got to take care of that and got to do that. But, I seriously think that, 2 years of this, and it's going to be a long time before I get back to cooking for, like, hundreds of people again. So, this is, I guess, the log of what to do after. I don't know, maybe this stream of consciousness stuff will be healthy. It'll be cathartic. Maybe it'll help you. I hope it'll help you. So, because there's a lot of people who are in the exact same position that I am. An entire industry of chefs is wiped out for a long time. Unless you do takeout or something like this, but even then, it's not enough. It's not enough. You don't make as much unless you have like a really, takeout centered business plan, which might be the way to go. So right now it is May, the hottest day in May so far. Of course, there's only like 5 days left. And what do I plan to do from here? Wow. I don't know. I live in a good place, so I can do lots of like solo activities, which is good. So I'm planning on doing a lot of hiking, planning on doing a lot of being outside. I've got a garden now, so I'm gonna show you guys a lot of that. Show you guys all the different things, and you can kind of learn along with me, because I'm literally learning this on my own, right? So, and lots of YouTube videos. So I guess these ones can be the later ones where you do the like trial and error and stuff like that. So I don't know. I gotta admit, like, working as a chef all the time, I probably would not have gotten this opportunity. I wouldn't have got the opportunity to come here and look after my parents. I'd be in a kitchen making food for lots and lots of people, which I enjoy doing, don't get me wrong. But we'll see what this channel becomes. It's going to be interesting, I think. Alright, I think I'm done. Let's go look at something else. I don't know what this is going to be. Let's go look at something else. Hey guys, I decided I'd bring you guys out here to the garden. The vegetable garden primarily, because that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow some vegetables. Because hey, if I can't make food for people, I might as well grow food for people, right? It's kind of the whole step of the process. Give me an inside tip to learning how to do that. So, where to start? Let's start with the very beginning. I started this about, 2 months ago, I think. 2 or 3 months ago, back in April. We started with seeds. So we started trying to germinate some seeds by putting them into newspaper, filling it with a little topsoil, keeping those covered close to a window while it was still really, really cool. I tried to germinate them. A lot of them came up, which I was really impressed with, but when I put them in the ground, not so much. So from those original seeds, I still have some heirloom tomatoes, some sage, which is desperately trying to grow but not doing too well, 1 butternut squash, and 1 pumpkin. So we'll see what that becomes. Then I started buying stuff. So I started buying seedlings. One of the big ones that I did was tomatoes. So I've started growing tomatoes, planted them, I guess about 3 weeks ago now. I did most of the planting of everything that was there. They're doing really, really well as of now. One of the problems that I noticed too was that I ended up putting them a little bit too close together. So they're kind of growing a little wild. So I've caged them down, tied them up. Hopefully that's going to keep them that way. We also, during that time, I got some peppers, some sweet red peppers, a couple of blueberry bushes, which I'm really interested to see. One's doing okay, the other one, not so much. What else do I got? We got onions, red onions over there. I've got some green beans, which are growing, which I think is pretty good. Some cucumber, which I got growing, which is pretty good. My lettuce is doing fantastic, which is great. We're gonna actually eat some of that this week, hopefully on some tacos. So, you know, that's kind of, my mom had a bunch of stuff that was already built with raised beds and stuff like that. I kind of dug my own hole in the ground. It's about 8 feet by 8 feet square. And in one half, I've got the peppers, the heirloom tomatoes that I grew from seeds, the lettuce. I tried growing some edamame, which I think for this year, it's just been way too cold for that right now. So it hasn't really grown, which I'm kind of bummed about. But I got a couple of little sprouts coming up, so we'll see. Keep the fingers crossed, and we'll keep working at it. The other side, I tried to plant all seed. So I started from seed right away, just right into the ground. Started with the soy, the broccoli, the cauliflower, and the celery. Unfortunately, I had a cat run through there, kind of dig up everything and mess everything about, so not too much of that is growing. I started growing some seeds on the side, so hopefully I'm going to plant those in, I don't know, the next week or so. Kind of fix up this bed so that hopefully we have a bounty come the fall time. My big plan with this whole thing is I'd like to try to make a whole meal out of just stuff that I either grow or catch, which is the other thing I'm trying to do. Is I'm going to start fishing soon, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, this is the garden. I hope to give you guys a bit more of an update on this as it grows and stuff like this. Probably be splicing in a bunch of stuff in here with the growing of tomatoes, and I'll go back and I'll show you what I have 3 weeks later. So yeah, that's this, and that's kind of one of the goals that I have for doing this. Cool. The other things I'm planning on doing include something like this. Live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. This is the other thing I get to do. Friend of one of our neighbors, his name is Cal and Stuffy. Shout outs to you guys. He let me borrow his canoe. So I get to go out here and look at all the different things like this. All this beautiful nature and scenery. Sitting here floating among the lily pads. So I guess, what a better place to do than to wrap this first episode of this up. Still don't know what this is going to become yet. But maybe it'll be a something. I don't know. We'll see. So, for me, your boy Chef Mo. I guess it's just Mo now, I guess, right? Because I can't really be a chef. I'm going to be a something, though. Deuces, though. Deuces to uses. And I'm out.